Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Langrisser Mobile. So, new summons. So we got Portrait of Piety, Piety and Sin, which has Elma and some other guy. It has Cortez, I guess how you pronounce it. In the Secret Realm store, the new exclusive weapons is for Epsilon and Werner. The Epsilon weapon definitely makes Epsilon a much bigger threat. It makes it so he ignores class disadvantage, which means he can safely go into demon form, which means higher stats. Also, every time a unit dies, no matter if it's ally or enemy, he dispels a debuff and heals. So it's essentially like and he also gets a damage reduction shield that reduces damage by 80%, which is just ridiculous. So essentially what you can do with him is you have him go into stealth mode, then you just run him up, kill something, and then you pretty much have to hit him twice, one to break the shield and then another to follow up. Yeah, he becomes a problem. Obviously, I don't use those characters, so I don't need their exclusives. As for 3Cs, we're at the point where there's not really any 3Cs left, especially for female characters. The only ones that don't have them are Angelica, who is getting it this week. Where is Angelica? There she is. So Angelica's got one. Obviously, the new character has one. And then the only characters that are still missing that are 3Cs are rarities, which so far the track record that they have is they don't get a 3C until they get a SP class, which, speaking of SP classes, what's his name? Lewin is getting his SP class, which actually makes him pretty viable. I don't know exactly how his kit works once he goes into SP class, but I definitely see him a lot in the Chinese matches and things like that. Anyway, with all that said and done, let's go ahead and take a look at the summons. I haven't done my friendship summons, so I'm just going to knock that out real quick. So, Cortez is not needed for any bonds, so getting him, it would just be purely for collection. Elma is essentially a healer type character that kind of has some unique reflection mechanics, which is kind of neat. Overall, she's good, but there are also lots of good healers, and it's kind of hard to replace one of them with her, is the situation usually. Anyway, all I want is just one Elma. I'm at the point where I have majority of my characters at 6 stars, so I kind of just need characters that actually do their Gates of Fate. So just having Elma at 3 stars is completely fine for me. With my luck, though, I'm probably gonna get 6 Cortezes or something, because that's usually how it goes for me. I don't know how far into pity we are, so I'm assuming I don't have any. Getting some paper. Here we go. So, all right, let's keep going. I think I have enough for what, 300 summons, give or take. Hopefully, I don't need to use all 300. Okay, 20 summons in. Like I said, I don't know how far into pity we were. Okay, well she's not at 6 stars at least. It's been a while since I've been screwed over by a off banner. Well, she's one shard away from 6 stars now, so just making a note that I got a Lucia here. Alright. Not the best start, but at least it was only within 20 summons. Summons again. Oh, the event that's happening this week, you can actually get Gerald and Layla shards. Of all things. Usually those types of events only give SR shards, but Gerald and Layla are so bad that they were pretty much equivalent. Alright. Alright, cool. We got Elma. That's it. Cortez is not needed for any bonds anytime soon. So I'm... Or you can just give me Cortez as well. That's 40 summons. We got 3 SSRs. That's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I'm glad. I definitely did not want to spend a lot of resources on this particular banner. So, Alma, Bishop of the Candle, a Bishop of Lushiris, and once a Fierce Warrior. And then we got Cortez, Death Artist, a strange artist who pursues the ultimate expression of death. Okay, yeah, 40 summons, 3 SSRs, 1 off banner. That's honestly, there's no complaints for that. I'm trying to think what the next banner is. I think next banner is Iron Chancellor. No, it's either... I don't think it's Iron Chancellor. No, it's Gustav and some other female unit that has like AoEs that can make a clone of herself. I think those are the 2 that are coming up next. In any case, yeah, we're good to go. So Cortez, I saw him in a lot of the Chinese server matches. He has a after turn skill that he can activate. He can either do a... He can do damage, or sorry, he can reduce damage dealt to him by a certain value, and he also increases his intelligence when fighting units of the same hero class type. And then he has another does just direct AoE damage to a unit, and if it kills a unit with it, it summons a puppet. And then also when he dies, he comes back as a puppet. And then his kits, he's generally got a mix of... He has his own exclusive Soul Scream ability, which is very similar to the Reaper. So it reduces magic defense and restores health and all that good stuff. Also, it will spawn a puppet. And then he has some things that also does AoE and things like that. The thing that makes him dangerous is he's very, very capable of like cycling his turns very quickly. So that makes it so he can go through his cooldowns very, very rapidly and just kind of spam things. So he tends to get kind of out of control. Like if you can take him out early, it's great. But towards the end, he can definitely ramp up a lot of damage. So if you end up in the final turns of Apex match, he can just safely cycle turn. As long as there's a tank guarding him, he can just cycle turns and just spam AoEs over and over again until he wins with just damage. In any case, I'll max out his level because that's what I always do now. And then we got Alma here. Let me be right back. I will take care of her stats. Alright, got everything I could maxed out, and I have her sitting in the Martyr class. Compared to the Oracle class, Martyr has more HP and defense. Oracle has more M defense. Besides that, her talent is all friendly units within 3 blocks receive increased healing. After taking action, she can summon a candle. The candle will inherit all of her stats. Now, the candle itself can do a few things. It can teleport it's immobile, but it does have a skill that lets it teleport to where Elma's at. It can do an AoE heal either centered on itself or on Elma, which is kind of helpful because it's an off-turn heal. And then it has a passive that lets it take reduced magic damage, I believe it is. And then if it ever takes any damage from attacks such as AoEs and things like that, it will heal everything. I don't remember if it's all allies or if it's just nearby allies, but it heals people essentially if it gets hit. I think you can only summon one, Yeah, it's only once per battle, so if it gets destroyed, then that's it. As for her unique skill, she does have a few attack skills, like most healers. Her unique skills include Light Mirror, which is a single target buff. Makes it so they're immune to all debuffs and will reflect them instead. And when taking damage, they'll restore life, and then they'll essentially do fixed damage back to the target, which is pretty neat. So a lot of her gimmicks, unlike most healers, which have heals that kind of help remove debuffs and things like this, Elma tends to focus more on preventing the debuffs from happening in the first place. But unlike Rose and CL, who can do kind of the crystal barriers on a bunch of people at once, Elma's reflection think is essentially single target. Light Mirror, she can target anyone, and then I believe her 3C, it will put reflection on herself while doing other things. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. She does also have Light Recall, which will do a passive heal, which is helpful, and it can be used to teleport a friendly unit back to her side and heal them, which can be pretty helpful for trying to pull back someone that's overextended, or someone that an assassin that just rushed in to do either an attack or or someone doing an AOE. You can call them back that way. Alright, so with all that said and done, do I want we'll see what the encounters are for this. I'm not exactly sure what to expect. Soldier-wise, she kind of got a small variety. She does have Forest Priest, so you do have another way of getting some additional cleansing if you need it. She also has access to Fighting Monk, and since she's holy, she does get the bonus attack, which is helpful. Gear-wise, I've been getting a lot of Tenyo robes and Tenyo headdresses lately, almost to the point where I have almost every female character equipped with one. So got her some of those. Gave her a Goddess Left Hand. Went with Tree of Life enchantment. My enchant rolls were garbage, but I did have enough scrolls to at least get something decent. Also, due to Lana's SP class being holy, I actually didn't have very many holy enchant stones, so I kind of had to make do with what I had. Anyway, let's go ahead and do her awakening first, since I'm already here. Even the weakest candlelight represents the hope of the people in the goddess Lusurus. How we should pronounce it. Alright, so... Alright, not really that much debuffs, to be honest, so I'm not going to worry about the reflection stuff. I'll just stick with what I have and see if that will be enough. I do have access to the candle, so I can heal myself that way. Question is can I do enough damage? Almost. Just gonna put the candle back here for now. Okay, you're gonna buff and then start moving towards me. Oops, sorry. Yeah, when attacking taking damage, all the other allies... Oh yeah, within 3 block span, so only nearby targets. So essentially she's definitely a healer designed for tank push type groups in most cases, having everyone be clumped together so she can heal everybody. Am I at full health? Yes, I am. This might be dangerous. And her passive heal is just going to trigger. Yeah, alright, well, we'll attack and see what happens. Okay, good stuff. Alright, next is going to be the AoE nonsense. Not much I can do about it. Also, something to note about the heal that the candle can do, it does dispel debuffs. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, that works. Alright, well, I'm gonna do this for now. I am holy, so I am doing extra damage. That's one way to do it. That means I can just do this now. Okay, quick and easy. Oh, and I did look up the next major banner. It's going to be Gustav, and is it? I think it's pronounced Michelle. So luckily, I'll have plenty of summons to carry into that. Active. What's neat about Gustav is she's it is focused on a lot of like cooldown manipulation, which is kind of neat. Anyway, active skill increases the damage of multiple units within range by 15% and reduces damage taken by 15%. Last 2 turns, restores health, and the unit that casts it gains light mirror, which makes it so it can reflect. All friendly units within 3 blocks range become immune to heal block for 2 turns. Oh, yeah, so essentially, yeah, like I mentioned before, she would get light mirror on herself. She heals everybody. And she gives, makes it so that anyone that's nearby her immune to heal block, which is pretty useful since Bernhardt's definitely a thing, as is Wedham. It's essentially just a bolstered up miracle. The catch, of course, is much like Miracle, you can't really dispel debuffs with this, so you kind of have to preempt it. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this. We can just go into the encounter itself. Awaken from your bewilderment. May the candle of the goddess light your way forward. All right. Usually, when you do these encounters, the 3 units are usually the same units that you encounter in the previous encounter, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. So the question is, what do we do? Yeah, I'm not sure what is the best course of action for this. I could call them back. Do something like that. AoE is just definitely not going to save me here. Alright, we'll try that and see what happens. You exchange buffs. Okay, infusion powers don't matter. Okay. So we can open with this. Do something like that. You're gonna do a bunch of healing, but I don't think that's really a problem. Yeah, so what we can do here. Oh, I misread my skills. Okay, well, not much I can do about that then. Oh, I can't even use the teleport, that's right, because that's a stupid rule. In fact, well, we'll make do with what we have for now. I can still move in and attack with this. still alive. Light mirror. Okay, that works. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately the AoE heal from this summon is actually pretty weak. Also, that actually kind of screwed me as far as positioning is concerned, but that's okay. We can make it work. Ow. And I can go here and dispel it. Jeez. This guy's, we'll do that then. There we go. Yeah. Can't do anything with that. Okay. Alright, not too bad. Alright, so we got that all taken care of. Ooh, 7150 power. Okay, and then the other character, I think the remaining non-R rarity character that doesn't have a S3 skill. Where is she? There she is. It is Angelica. So we're going to go ahead and do that next. Ah, the floating city is just a minor achievement of the past. Now I'm going to work on inventing something even more incredible. Alright. Oh great, it's the trio. Alright, well, faction buff is not going to be helpful here. Mass attack will be. That's pretty useful as well. Yeah, we can do that. Focus purely on heals. My opponent's going to be doing AoEs. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I believe I think Grenier's actually going to be getting a... it's one of the characters that's being considered for an SP class, I think. It's all a blur in my head. Alright. Alright, let's draw out the AoEs. That's fine. Okay. Okay, you're all archery. That's fine. Okay. Okay, pet summoning, not a big deal. Oh, right, can't guard magic. Thank you for killing your own angels. Alright, so how's this work? I can reconfigure hero's class type. Okay, it changes the class type. Alright. Let's do this first. Okay. Finish off you. Okay. Move in, deal with you. Not quite a kill. Got you. Alright. I think we're good to go. Let's do... reapply this. It actually switched class types. Alright. Not bad at all. Okay. So Angelica's 3C is it's a bit wonky. Wait, what is that? Alright. Alright, so Voracious Ray. Active skill, restore HP equal to 3 times the caster's int to multiple units within the span. Also dispels 2 debuffs. There is a 50% chance after using this skill that its cooldown will be reduced by 1 turn. This healing ray may cause side effects. So the side effects are kind of a wide range. It'll do things like shrink units, your ally units, to make them do less damage, but they take less damage, and then the opposite where they can take more damage and deal more damage, something along those lines. It's kind of all over the place. Despite being called a ray, it's actually just a 4 block span AoE heal, which is pretty decent. I mean, it dispels 2 debuffs, and there's a 50% chance you can just heal back to back with it. So it definitely has its it definitely reinforces her potential as a healer. Yeah, I mean, with her reconfiguration that it does a full heal as well, I mean, she definitely could fill the support healer role pretty well, and she's of course the only time faction. She's the only time faction buffer that doesn't require a exclusive character. So there's that as well. Anyway, that is pretty much it. So any future awakenings are just going to be with the new characters that come out. So there's that at least. In any case, I am Theta Prestior. This was Langrisser Mobile. I'll see you guys in a month or so, or I guess the next Apex match. See ya.